So here we are. We made it. We are past February the 15th. Long-term storage fees have been calculated and have been assessed on our accounts. The whole purpose for this short video is to talk about what I think is the number one biggest mistake going right now as far as inventory management on Amazon. In this video, I'm going to talk about what I think that mistake is and how I manage my inventory. My name is Manny, and this is Manny's Book Bag. What's going on, everybody? It's Manny, and I'm back with another video. Well, as you can tell, I'm back in my garage, and that means that we're having some spring-like days here in the Midwest, and I can't wait for winter to be over. This is just a short video to talk about inventory management and how long-term storage fees affect what we do. I actually just got charged for my long-term storage fees, and it wasn't that bad. It was $48.31. Thanks, Amazon. But it never fails. Once we passed a long-term storage fee assessment period, I see a lot of threads on Facebook that bring up a practice that I think, quite honestly, is a tremendous mistake in inventory management.
Big mistake. Big. Huge.
The single biggest error in terms of inventory management has to do with your consistency as a seller. Consistency is one of the greatest values that you can actually use in your business, particularly with how you manage your inventory. For the purposes of this video, I'm going to talk about consistency in inventory management in how we source, how we ship, and how we price and reprice. If you start changing too many things around in your process and your workflow for the purposes of avoiding fees, it's a trap. It's a trap. The biggest mistake that is happening right now in terms of inventory management has to do with losing consistency in how you ship, price, and sell your inventory in exchange for trying to avoid some fees. Now, I'm right there with you. If I can avoid some fees, if I can reduce some costs anywhere and everywhere, I'm certainly going to try to do so. But I'm not going to let it affect my consistency. I'm still going to ship on a regular basis. I'm still going to price my items manually the same way. And I am always going to have active templates and reprice it for the 3, 6, and 12-month ages. I see too many sellers that wait for the long-term storage fees to be assessed, and then it's just a free-for-all. I'll give you an example of consistency with sourcing. If you source in such a manner that a book that is ranked over 5 million should always produce $25 to $30 net after all fees, then that's a rule that you should always hold true to. In speaking to a lot of sellers, I see that they loosen up quite a bit after February 15th and August the 15th. Even though they look for $25 to $30 profit, a lot of times when they're out in the field, they'll talk themselves into 15. And that, of course, can be an issue if any competition comes in and the price drops. There's also consistency to be spoken about when it comes to repricing. You need to have a plan of action for either manually repricing pretty often or utilizing your repricer to price effectively. Too many times I speak to booksellers that are looking for some guidance as far as their repricing, and they have templates in place for 6 months and 12 months, but as soon as the long-term storage fees are up, they think they're doing themselves a favor and their pricing by shutting those templates off because they think they're losing profit. I think that's actually a mistake as well in consistency because you're allowing that aged inventory to sit there and once again accumulate. So what happens is that after February 15th comes up and you turn off those templates or you stop manually repricing as often, your inventory now starts to accumulate again. You don't sell the aged inventory at the same clip that you were before long-term storage fees, and now come August 15th, as you approach that long-term storage fee term, you now have to go through your inventory again, reprice, and remove. I think there's a lot of value in having a great repricing strategy where you are consistently treating your aged inventory different than the rest. And then the third stage of inventory management that I want to talk about has to do with shipping. If you're not shipping, you're not selling as much as you should be. Way too often, before long-term storage fees are assessed, you will hear too many sellers talking about halting shipping altogether to the warehouses or drastically reducing the pieces that they're sending in before long-term storage fees are assessed. This is in the hopes of avoiding the next 6-month cycle. So for those folks in January that sent nothing in until after February the 15th, they're trying to avoid a long-term storage fee on August the 15th. while you are effectively reducing your long-term storage fees on 6-month aged inventory in August, you're also doing a great job of completely halting your inventory growth and making sure that you're not selling new items and keeping the shipping going. So once again, it's all about consistency and making sure that you are constantly feeding your inventory into Amazon, you're pricing it effectively, and you have a plan in place for how you price your aged inventory. But here's the question of the day. How much were your long-term storage fees to Amazon this go around? And what are some of the systems that you have in place to make sure that you reduce them? Go ahead and put in your comments below, because these systems are only going to become more important. Well, that's all for today's video, folks. If you enjoyed this video and you want me to make more videos like this one, please remember to share, like, and subscribe to support the channel. If you haven't liked this video yet, go ahead and smash that like button. And if you're not subscribed to the channel yet, go ahead and tap on that book bag right there. And when you tap on that book bag, hit that bell so that you get notifications whenever a new video drops. Until next time, let's go make some money.